make a boast.
Ask, if it be a right and proper thing, and within our power, shall be yours and
I would ask you to elevate my squire, Erie Lutrson Stafndrengr, to the order of the chivalry.
Their Majesties call forth the knights and master-at-arms of the society.
Noble sirs and masters, is it your opinion that Captain Erie is worthy to be numbered among this order? Prowess, loyalty, courtesy.
Aye!
Their Majesties call forth Erie.
Captain Erie, before I can proceed, we have business to complete tonight. Is there a royal peer to speak to the candidates nobility?
Aye, your Majesties. I am at least Stafndrengr, Rosamund and twice Queen of the Middle Kingdom, and I will speak to this man's nobility, courage, honesty. Honestly, your Majesty, I can speak this man to anything you want. I've known him for some years now, and there is nothing I would not come to this man with. He has the ability to take problems, find solutions, and solve them before you finished explaining a problem. And if it is a problem that needs to be kept in confidence, he can do that as well. No one ever needs to know. He is one of those men to whom I would trust most anything. My most precious possession is my puppets. He is courtesy, he is honesty, he is nobility. Your Majesties, you made an excellent decision, and this man is right.
Is there a knight to speak to his prowess?
Aye, Your Majesty. I am good Redboar, and I am a knight, but I would not speak for myself. I bear to you the words of a man who cannot speak, but sends these words. I speak for Curad Gilach Makin, Sir Dylan, as some know him. Your Majesties, I send missive today to speak of the quality of Erie Stafndrengr as he joins the ranks of the Knights of the Mid-Realm. I recall Erie from his days upon the fields of the spring festivals, testing himself against the other young men aspiring to join the Fianna of the Dragon. He not only tested himself, but he flourished. I recall Erie upon the field of battle, fighting the foes of the Ardri, who came before you, in single combat against worthy foes, and from cattle raids to increase the wealth of your lands, to advancing the honor and glory of the dragon banner in other lands. And his skill at arms and word fame have grown in proportion to these great deeds. And beyond these feats of arms, as a leader of warriors, Erie has acquired the skills of a craftsman, the skills of the court, and the feasting hall. I am confident that he will continue to bring further and greater glory to you and the Mid-Realm. This man is a Kara, a champion, and I am honored to stand by him in battle or as a guest in my hall. Erie is a knight, good king. Signed, Kara, Jilak Maki.
Sir Pelican, to speak to this man's service.
I, Your Majesty, I am Aidan Blackstone, Pelican, in a weak moment by Their Majesties many years ago. I have known this man since his earliest days in society and can tell you many tales of him. 72% can be corroborated. The other 28% was overturned on appeal. I have seen this man serve at events in setup, in teardown, in being marshal in charge, serving at feasts, serving his kingdom and region on the command staff. And I commend him to Your Majesty as the 19th Knight of House Starga.
Sir, an artisan, to speak to this man's artistry.
Your Majesty, if it please you, I will speak.
A knight, like a jewel, has many facets. And one of those facets is that of a maker, an artisan, a craftsman. That person who has the ability to make or draw from a thing another thing. I have watched as this man has grown to be able to produce goods from his own hand, to learn new skills, and not just learn them and do them, but then teach them and give and show the generosity of a knight from his own hand. Your Majesty, I commend this man to you with my whole heart.
Sir, member of the populace.
Yes, Your Majesties. I am Marissa von Etzinger, and when Erie asked me to speak for him, I was not yet a vigilant, but with your permissions, I would still do so. I met Erie about a decade ago, and even then I knew he was a knight. I have seen him fight for the honor of his lady, spend time with his growing family. I've seen him lead armies on the battlefield. I have seen him give freely of his time and his talents. And as a member of the populace, I wanted to think of one knightly virtue that I could speak to, but I did not know which knightly virtue could sum all of his qualities. So I did some research. And I found a virtue that has been described as elusive. And my interpretation of it is that it is the virtue of possessing and projecting all of the knightly virtues together. And that virtue is franchise. And I realized that 10 years ago, I saw this virtue in him, but I did not know its name. And now I do. And Your Majesties, I commend him most highly to you.
Captain Erie, mindful of your prowess in the field, and responsive to the wishes of the kings and your peers, your mind tonight. Know that where the belt and chain of the knight is to hold sacred trust. The obligations of the knighthood demand your efforts every moment of the day. The knight of the society must be respectful of all religions, never offending the faith of another. The knight must respect all those who are weaker defenses, whether age, infirmity, poverty, or vow, and be steadfast and defend. The knight must let his kingdom and his province, and be steadfast in his feudal duties to his king and his parent. His word must be beyond doubt or question. He must never flee in the face of a foe. He must be generous to all, and always and everywhere be a champion of the right and the good. The laws of the society, the customs of the kingdom, require that a knight be proud. This you have demonstrated yourself to be. That a knight be courteous, as you have shown yourself as these good gentlemen of the testament.
swear fealty and do homage to the crown of the Middle Kingdom, to ever be a good knight and true, reverent and generous, shield of the weak, obedient to my liege lord, foremost in battle, courteous at all times, champion of the right and the good. Thus swear I, Erie Lutrson in Stafndrengr.
This do we swear to be your liege lord, according to your law, valor with honor, and oath breaking. Is there a bell? Is there a chain? This chain is open. Are there spurs?
As the mighty oak springs forth from the tiny acorn, the lineage of the oaken spurs has grown mighty. Here now the knights and masters who have worn the oaken spurs upon their heels. Brandon was the first, followed by Finn, Edmund, Osmundus, William, David, Omerad, Michael, Umfry, Curran, William, Gila, Bonnie, Rin, Haru, Lothar, Nikolai, Halamar, Ishmael, Richard, Randolph, Alaric, Robert, Thomas, Baharit, Thorfinn, Uller, Vitus, Baldwin, Ustad, Dimitri, Nigel, Kajartan, Luther, Ragnar, Axel, Caleb, Rutger, Gunnar, Cadigan, Farland, Silverthorn, Eckel, Archaea, Boris, Callum, Kristen, Ingram, Nicholas, Umfrey, Odo, Ulrecher, Drews, Christian, Wingfang, Jamie, McKenna, Cedric, Thornton, Gephardt, Brian, Angus.
Is there a sword?
judge for this evening's court.